Welcome back to Tailosive Tech. Yes, another unboxing video, but hey, there haven't been a lot in a long time, and this one isn't as eventful, but the Series 3 really just had a red dot. That was like the only difference. This is all about internal upgrades, but come on, unboxing Apple products, it's still pretty fun. So let's unbox the 4K Apple TV today. I actually, on accident, got the 64GB version. I was at the Apple store. I didn't think they would have them because on the website, they didn't let you pre-order them for pickup. But I walked in there and I was just like, hey, like, can I just pick up a 4K Apple TV? And the guy there was like, yeah, we should have those in today. Pulled this one right off the shelf, and I thought it was the normal price point, and it turned out to be the 64GB one, not the 32. A tad overkill for me because I have the 32GB one right here. I didn't really have that many games on it, but more recently on the gaming channel, we started downloading more games, downloading more stuff, and we still didn't fill up the 32 gigs. It's not like it's a phone, there's no camera, you don't have to store pictures on this. But now for the overkillness, we have a 4K Apple TV with 64GB of storage. Let's see how the box is different. This here, just slide it off like this. Ooh, and the remote is a tad different. There's a little bit of a change, and I'll be giving a very in-depth comparison. So the back looks the same. If we're comparing remotes here, they have the exact same kind of setup of lettering, just a little bit different where the CE is. Actually, the new one makes the writing a little bit bigger, which is kind of weird. But actually, for those curious why they put kind of this white ring around the menu button, I'm actually very thankful they did this. One of the biggest problems I have with remotes, including the Apple TV remote, is that when there's such a dark color as they are, you know, when it's nighttime and you're watching a movie, you get them mixed up. Sometimes you pick it up and think that this part is the front and it's not, and you have to flip it around. One part is aluminum, one part is glass, but that gets confusing. So hopefully with this little white ring, it will be a little bit easier to distinguish, am I holding it right when it's dark? So I'm interested in seeing if that does make a difference in the real world. Peel this open here. Very good. It's kind of a plasticky texture around the menu button. I'm trying to notice if there's any kind of differences I can spot. And really, I think that's it. I think manufacturing-wise, these are practically the same. And I know that there's actually a very minute difference with the 4K version of the Apple TV. But peeling these things off is fun, so I'm going to. Ooh, sweet. Oh, wow. So at first glance, it's like, hey, there's no ports on this thing. What the heck? Like, where do I plug in my cables? And then you realize you've been fooled. There's this plastic wrapping that goes all the way around. So we just unravel it like this. Very luxurious color, I love it. And as we can see on the back, there's the port alignment, power, Ethernet, and HDMI. That is it. There's no headphone jack. Yeah, that's right. And one difference we have with this one is that there's also no USB-C port on the back for maintenance. Just to be curious, I want to see if they're the same height, and it looks like, yes, they are exactly the same height. Not too much different here, but I'm really excited to plug this thing in because while the regular Apple TV I've been using for about a year, it's been working fine. Some games that a lot of developers are trying to put on this really need something better than the A8 chip. That's what this has, and it's really not that powerful, which sucks because tvOS is such a capable platform. It's very fluid, and there's lots of game developers moving to tvOS, and because so many developers are going over there, they're asking more and more from the hardware itself, which is why I was okay with buying this, because I've used the A10X Fusion chip on my iPad Pro, and it is lightning fast. Geekbench scores are through the roof, and I'm excited that, you know, this will be plugged into a TV and it doesn't have cameras to worry about or too much multitasking or too much of a high resolution display with promotion. It just has to focus on the TV, and the rest of the device with that A10X Fusion chip can focus on the gameplay. Games like Minecraft actually run very, very well on tvOS, but because they're running on the A8 chip, you kind of have to have render distance turned down. I'm hoping this will allow us to turn that up so that maybe later it can get the better together update. And things like shaders will look better, and even games like Asphalt 8 will occasionally crash on this little TV box. They run really well when they work, but again, they're not working 100% of the time. So I'm really excited to do comparisons and speed tests with this one to see if it really does make a difference, and perhaps is it worth it even though you may not own a 4K TV? Is it worth it just on specifications alone? Let's just make sure we got everything out of the box here. Oh, they included a lightning to USB-A cable. Don't have enough of those. Again, we got our basic power cord here. That comes in black. Why don't more of these come in black? That'd be so cool if you got like black charging bricks and black lightning cords with your space gray iPhone. Like, why don't they do that more often? Don't think there's much else in here, but it's a bit wider of a box, so that will go good with our collection. Seal that pupper shut, and I'm very excited to turn this thing on. What some people don't realize is that the new 4K Apple TV actually has Bluetooth 5.0 enabled, so hopefully that means controllers can work better, have less latency, and hopefully the remote can work better too. I'm really excited to set these things up because what I remember from from this one is that you just kind of turned it on and it said hold your iPhone near it. I held it near it and it just automatically set up to all of my account info and to my Wi-Fi. So it should be fairly simple. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Really appreciate it. Very grateful for all of the support I've received from you guys. That allows me to spend all of this money on all of this tech. Really love it. This is your Apple Sheep here, and I will see you in the next one.